Hey, what's up? Been a while. Oop. So, I wasn't going to record this because I got a million things to do today, but this is pretty interesting. So, first thing I did, it's a little pressure washer here. This thing was a no start. You just pull it, pull it, pull it, ain't doing nothing. So what I did, got my spark tester right here. A little bit of acetone and a Sure Shot. Gave it a little blast in the carburetor before I disassembled everything. It's pretty simple. I'll keep the camera rolling when I put it back together. But gave it probably 3 pulls. Second pull, I got a pop. Third pull, she lit right off. So I was like, all right, we got a fuel problem. So that eliminates spark, eliminates compression, valve problems, valve adjustment, all that stuff. So we're focused on fuel. So I opened up the drain cock here and let it fly. That's what came out of there. You see the water. So water don't burn too good. So then I went and opened the carburetor, let that drain right here. That's what I got there, rusty liquid. So that's why at the end of every season, if you live in a state that doesn't allow you to burn ethanol-free fuel, why they don't allow this, I could go on to a really anger-filled rant about this, because we are being run by a bunch of morons in this world today. Something needs to be seriously done about that. But besides that fact, we're stuck with this ethanol, and keep my language at bay here. It makes me mad. So this is what happens when you leave ethanol fuel in a carburetor all winter and all summer. You know, something like a pressure washer, a homeowner unit, it probably gets used once every 3 years. So there you go. That red spooge is rust. Basically, the carburetor is slowly becoming ruined. You can see how deep that was. So I got to get in there, get that main jet out of there, clean all the spooge off. So aggravating, you know, there's really no reason life has to be this difficult. You know, we have leaders that are just a-holes, to put it politely. That's another story for another day. It's a Harley Davidson. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm going to clean this thing. And we're going to make this thing run. And obviously I'm going to have to drain that tank, because we got stuff that don't burn in there. So I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so I'm just going to tilt this thing up. Got a little pan. It comes in handy for lawn tractor oil changes and stuff. It's not flowing very fast, probably because the screen is, oh yeah, look at this. You can see all the bubbles of water running down. Yeah, that is non-combustible fuel right there. So let's see what happens if I let this do this. Can I get all of it? It looks to be okay, so I'm gonna let this fly. Oh, maybe not. You SOB. We're gonna make a mess. That's how this is gonna go. Let's see what I can do here. All right, so that's what I came up with there. Put my sockets in there. That might actually burn. Oh yeah, there you go. That'll actually burn right now. Yeah, we're spilling everything. All right, this filming and draining thing ain't working out here, so I'll be back. The good thing about this is this stuff will come out pretty quick, but ooh, I don't want to hit the camera. There's gonna be some damage to the steel, of course, because it's highly corrosive. This isn't bad at all. I've seen a lot worse. So this probably only sat, you know, over the winter. So you can see how that corrosiveness just ate right through the coating that's on the metal. I don't know if it's not galvanized. It looks like it's plated, or I'm not a metal or just a mechanic, man. Nuts and bolts. That's all I do. All right, so I'm gonna get a Dremel, the wire wheel. Okay, watch it now. Close your eyes. You guys hear that noise? I wonder if you can. I'm gonna sound like a nutcase if I explain it to you. Just went away. There's like a low frequency with a high frequency component to it, vibration that comes through on any copper pipes, either in my house or out here in the shop. I have copper lines out back, and it reverberates for several seconds, a few times a day. No idea what that is. It's definitely strange, I can tell you that much. Somebody's up to something. I don't know if it's doing any damage to me. I don't feel anything from it. I'm not getting headaches or anything like that. It's very strange. Hope that came out on camera. It's like a weird humming sound. All right, so yeah, I'm talking and not paying attention here. Some of you guys might want to see this. That's your needle. That's what lets all the fuel into the bowl. Ain't gonna run without that. Gaskets in place. Today's carb cleaner isn't strong enough to do anything to these gaskets, so I'm just gonna blast through this. I'm gonna take this jet out of here, but I'm just gonna, there it is again. Can you hear it? Just stopped. Okay. Weird. It's been doing it all day today. It hadn't done it for a while, but just out of the blue, it does it randomly at odd times of the day. It's very strange, I must say. Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna blast through this main jet, see if anything comes out inside here. And it does. So I probably don't need to remove it, but I'm gonna anyways. Because usually sometimes these main jets are attached to an emulsion tube. It's just a big long piece of brass. It's got a bunch of little air bleed holes drilled in it, and if any of those air bleeds are plugged up, it's gonna run like crap, you know, because it won't atomize the fuel correctly, and it probably won't get drawn by the Venturi effect up into the throat of the carburetor. I think that's the science behind it. Not 100% sure there, but for a screwdriver here, I ground this one down in the bench grinder quite a while ago so I could get into stuff like this. Sometimes these things won't come out of here. Yeah, someone reefed this one in there. I'm gonna have to give this a couple whacks with a hammer on the floor here. Shake her loose without breaking the carburetor. See what that did. Turning. Feels like it's turning now. Yeah, it's a little trick Meemaw taught me. I think me and Eric have the same Meemaw. Here she comes. Yeah. Oh, okay, so they're separate. There's the emulsion tube there I was talking about. And there's a little drop of water that just came out on my finger. So what I'll do is I'll take like piano wire, like 8 to 10 thousandths of an inch, and run it through all these holes. This is actually too big. This isn't piano wire. I don't know where I got this from. Oh, no, it actually fits. Yeah, you can see a little bit of crap came out on the end there. I'm just going to go through all these holes and blow this thing out here. My apologies to my viewers for not making videos as regularly as I should be. The computer, my iMac, is still screwed up. I haven't done anything about that yet. I hate to give Apple more money, buy a new computer. It seems ridiculous, but what choice do you have? It sucks, There's no competition in the computer industry. You got Microsoft, which is I will never buy again for my personal use. I might have to for working on cars because that's the only system they conveniently use. Isn't that funny? But I want to buy a J-Box. I want to buy a laptop, get that side of things going. Get a scope, actually. I need a scope before I need any of that. But it looks like if I buy a computer, I'm not going to buy just a run-of-the-mill one. I'm going to get the Pro with every single thing because I don't want this memory problem happening again. I have zero patience. Excuse the Harley. I have zero patience for slowness. I got stuff to do. I can't be sitting there waiting for the spinning beach ball to do its thing, It's extremely aggravating. Let's see if we can see daylight through that. Yeah, I was going to get blinded, I think. Yeah, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to fly. Let's try this. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, you can see a little... What happened here? Oh, there we go. See a little bit of light. Yeah, it's actually pretty clean. I'm still going to run a wire through it just to be safe. I usually hold these up to the sun when I'm done so I can see how well the cleaning went. These are, this is a little K&L cleaner kit that I got. These rods are all ribbed for the main jet's pleasure. Just cleans all the crap that builds up. Ooh, where are you? You don't want to go stuffing these things in there because it's a pretty precisely drilled orifice. You don't want to go hogging it out. Ooh, where are you? That's about it. That's all you need to do. If I made it just a hair bigger in this part of the country, it's probably not a bad thing because the fuel is so bad here in Massachusetts. Squirt, squirt, squirt. That's clean. Yeah. Okay, stop it. Yeah, that's clean. Held it up to the light. She's all good. Let's make sure this thing's cool. There's a spray. See if I can get it to come out of all the holes and not go right into my eyeballs. Where are you? Yeah, she's working. Keep it together. Yeah. So it's clean. Now we're just gonna make sure the passageways in here are good. I hate how this screen turns off, but if it doesn't turn off and the battery dies, so I can't win. So I can't tell if I'm going to field the view or not. I'm going to assume I am. Well, don't forget the air bleeds. Yeah, that's the main air bleed. And that's the low-speed air bleed. Oh, there is a low-speed jet in there. Well, not a jet, but a passageway. So we'll give it a blast. So, and you never want to blow this way through the fuel system because you can pop a gasket out of there. And this one, does it have it? No, I don't think this one does. So on this one, can't really see. Where's my light? No, that's metal in there. So this one, there's no danger, but there's a lot of carburetors that have a little tiny rubber O-ring in there. If you launch that out of there with 100 pounds of air pressure, you're never gonna find it. Trust me on that one. Been there, done that a couple times. Yeah, see, there's an orifice in there. There's a way down deep inside. This little guy is a drilled passageway, and it's a non-removable deal. So it's basically a pilot jet. but it's not removable. So, oh boy, I'm failing on the content today. So this end, yeah, good question. Yeah, this end, this is the end. You can see the metal where the main jet hits it. So this camera kind of sucks. Try to get some light here. I can't focus this camera at all. That's the end you want in the carburetor. So I'll put that in. Get the main jet. See what number this is, if I can see it. My eyes ain't what they used to be. Looks like a 60 or 50. I'm gonna say 50 on that. And that 50 doesn't necessarily correspond to anything. On some carburetors it does. Could mean 0.50 millimeters, you know, half a millimeter. But a lot of manufacturers just have arbitrary numbers, like is it Kian or Mikuni? I think it's Mikuni that has. I think it's Mikuni that has just arbitrary numbers. They'll have like a 300 main, you know, and it doesn't. It's not 0.3 inches or 0.3 millimeters. It's just their house number. Okay, so this thing will run now. So I got a little bit of crap up there. I'm gonna blow that. Oh, this is a Kian carburetor. I'll be damned. Look at that. So maybe that could very well be, that 50 could very well be, and I'd actually bet on it that it's half a millimeter. So, anyways, so this needle's looking. The old shirt and wipe it off. Ow. And I got a cut in my finger that I just found. That stings. Under my fingernail, no less. Yeah, that one's nice, huh? Like my nail polish. Then I got my pinky too. It's been one heck of a week, I'll tell you. Then I got bit by something. Something squeezed me. Anyways, enough about that. So there you go. Little rubber Viton tipped needle. My back is killing me. I'm leaning over too much. This getting old stuff sucks. But one thing's for certain. If someone offered me $1 million to go back in time, I'd refuse it. Because I like where I'm at right now. That's the truth. Too much stuff. Too much stuff. I could write a book about it. You guys don't need to be hearing any of that right now on a repair video. So here we go. I'm gonna put that in. Am I doing too fast for everybody? So I just dropped the thing. So that's, see that little tab there? That's what the top of the needle rests on. Let me dump it back out. Usually at top of the needle has a little spring in there. This one doesn't have it. So that just slides right in there like that. Whoop, don't drop it, buddy. Yeah, just like that. It's hard to explain and do at the same time. And you just kind of flip it around without losing the needle like that. Oh boy. See what I do for you guys? Oh, I got it. The joys of having a concrete floor for once. Back when I was working in the old section, that thing would have been gonzo. So I can't see. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back in here now. Okay, so we're gonna flip the carburetor. That's the smart way of doing it. There we go. So now she's in there and she's locked. Now we gotta put the little pin in. That little guy. And this will fall out if you go talking and waving your hands around. Keep tapping it, it'll slide right out of there, so we're not going to do that. We're going to get this. Got somebody's hair. It ain't mine. That'd be my wife. Ah, man. Don't mind me, I'm hurting today. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a little blast with the Dremel. See all the goodies coming off of that. So that stuff there, what just came off of there is all the additives that they put in gasoline today. Probably not a good idea to be breathing that stuff in, or who knows what the heck they put in there. I've heard all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of videos on YouTube on that topic. You know, and it wouldn't surprise me if people are getting rid of chemicals in our fuel. It wouldn't shock me one bit. Use your own judgment there. See all the gasoline evaporated and left the water behind. Same with that puddle. Let's see what we got in here. I can see water in it already. I don't know if you guys can. I can see it all on the bottom. Get a flashlight. Gotta light this up a little bit. It's just no good way of doing this. How can I do this? Yeah, now you can see it. See all that brown crap sloshing around? That's all water and dirt. Yeah, I can't plow. I don't think I'm going to put that in the plow truck. That's a little too far gone. I'm going to try to figure out where to put you. I'm going to start putting this back together. So you got your little tiny governor spring. You got the governor rod. Got the choke rod. Got a breather. And a fuel line, of course. We don't need this anymore. I'm probably going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to blow that tank out. What I'm going to do first, since the fuel is on right now... This got a screen. Nope. I don't know what the hell that is. Probably used to have a screen in it, but... Let's see what we got down there. It don't look too bad, at least not in that section. I'm gonna reverse. I'm gonna back blast this thing with air. You don't want to go too crazy because there's a little screen inside there. Really fine. And oh wow, you guys got blasted with rust. That'll work. Okay, which end is what? That's the throttle end. It's a choke. Choke usually has a spring on, or throttle usually has a spring on it. But in this case, it does not. First hole goes the little guy. Second hole goes the big guy. And on this model, every model is different. This is, what the hell is this? This is a Honda engine, GCV 160. So it should be a fairly common, and I didn't blow this out yet, like I said I was gonna. So let's do that. I'm being paged. Where was I? So we blew that out. I'm just gonna take a little peek down the gas tank, make sure there's any pieces. I don't see any, so that's good. Fuel tank's clean. They don't design these to be very user-friendly. I'll tell you that. Make sure I got it on the right side yet, which I do. Okay. Gasket's there already. This gasket needs to go on. Let's see, you got a little air passageway there, so I'm going to make sure the gasket goes in the correct location. It seems to be inside out there. Is it? No. No, that's right. So you need like 15 hands to do this. Hold on. Just gonna blow off that. Get my 2 screws. I'm just putting them in the air box on the floor here, getting them started in the holes. There we go, like that. Oh, now I'm losing the gasket. Why don't we do this? Let's put the gasket on here. Slide that down like that. We'll start these. Oh, one thing, don't forget to put the fuel line on. They don't run good without fuel. I've tried quite a few times actually. I have to admit it. They don't run on rainbows and unicorns. Okay, there we go. There's that. Let's put these in here. Come on now. There you go. All the way in. Come on. I got the airbox on wrong. You donkey. Cut. That was ridiculous. Okay, so there we are. Our gasket's in place. See, now there's a little, I can't see the screen on this stupid thing, but see that little hole under the gasket? Well, there's a air passageway. See that? Built into the airbox that hole has to line up with. That's the breather. And it gets breathed into that hole right there, I guess you could say. I gotta try to hook this hose back up. I think I'm gonna do that after the fact. Oh, come on now. Yeah, they didn't engineer these to be simple and straightforward. Made it kind of a juggling act. Pay no attention to that fire out back. Whew, he's cooking. Just cooking some bacon. Okay, breather hose is back on. One bolt you do not want to cross through. She gonna run. Place your bets. Now, being that this is a pressure washer, I'm not gonna run it for very long. If it starts and runs, I'm gonna kill it because I don't want to burn the pump up. And I'm gonna put some gasoline in this thing first. That's about that. You don't want to go hogging down on plastic. Too tight. Snug is good. So that's that. And we got crap all inside here. I'm just gonna pull choke, keep that crap out of the nice clean carburetor. Should have done that before. Just gonna blow this guy out. Sweet. There we go. That is that. Alrighty. I forgot the name of this company. It makes these. They make these retrofit hoses for these older gas cans. They're a godsend. It was funny, like as soon as the election was over, these things were available. Makes our life so much easier. Those crappy gas cans that we had before. That would have taken me 15 minutes to fill right there. Okay. There's that noise again. And it's gone. Very strange, man. Anyways. Let's see. Choke on. Nope, I didn't put the gas on. Let's let that fly for a little bit. Make sure the float didn't stick. If it starts pouring gasoline out of the front, that means it's stuck. I screwed up my shoulder, so I gotta use my left hand, which sucks. Okay, she's a runner. So that's that. Cleaning your pressure washer. And what do I use? I don't use a whole lot of stabilizer. I put stabilizer. Well, I can't say that because I use this in my paramotor. This Amsoil Quick Shot stuff works pretty good. Fights ethanol problems. It's a treatment and a stabilizer. It's pretty expensive for what it is. It's only 8 ounces and costs about $10, and it doesn't treat a whole lot, but it does work really good. One bottle treats up to 6 gallons for cleanup and 12 gallons for continued protection. So, big fan of the Amsoil stuff. So I got that in a paramotor because that fuel is from 8 months ago. And probably gonna have to run that for quite a while to make sure it runs good before I go attempting flight with it. Yeah, I get it. Someone's laying a patch out there. You can tell the warm weather's coming. Everybody's going crazy. So, what I do most of the time is just chop the fuel, run it out of gas, like my 74 RD 350 two-stroke street bike. Don't mind me, my back's killing me. That thing, I have a predetermined spot coming home, coming up the hill here that I shut the fuel off. And usually by the time I get within 300 feet of the building here, it starts stumbling, it starts running out of gas, and I throw it on full choke, get every little fume out of those carburetors, because on that machine, it's not easy to get in there to drain the bowls. You have to disassemble the carburetor and twist it. You know, there's oil injection lines, there's push-pull cables. The way it's designed, the bowl, the crankcase is really low. It almost has like a little valley. It's almost like a bowl, and the carburetors sit right in that bowl. So you can't just get in there and... Call from. So yeah, you can't just get in there and put a wrench on the bowl nuts and drain them very easily. So I haven't been in those carbs in probably 8 years, 7 years. I had to go up on the pilot jet on that because I was having problems every spring of that clogging up, and it was a little lean to begin with. I had the air screws pretty much almost all the way closed on that. You know, two strokes a little different, but run it out of gas, get the gas out of it. I mean, you don't have to drain the tank. I guess probably be better if you did drain the tank. If it's metal, you're actually better off filling it to the top. If it's plastic, draining it's probably a good idea. If you know it's 100% airtight, you can leave it. You know, it's a matter of keeping the air out of there. When you got a volume of air in there, you get that, you know, goes down to, say, 12 degrees Fahrenheit one night. And the next day it goes up to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to have condensation because that gasoline is still going to be 18 degrees. That's the theory behind that. And any condensation, of course, is going to run into the fuel. The alcohol is going to absorb it and falls right out of suspension, goes right to the bottom, right where the fuel pickup is. So that's that. I'm going to try to throw this video up today. I'm going to see if I can do this. Shoot, edit, and post all in one day. That's going to be a colossal feat. Me and electronics don't mix. You know, there's a reason I like carburetors and points and even HEI. I like HEI ignition. That's a really good system. Pretty reliable. They just work, you know, and there's no BS. And there's no thinking on my part. It just works. Me and computers and electronics, whether it's a car or a desktop, just things go wrong. Things aggravate me. Yeah, I could rant about that all day, but hope everybody's staying safe out there. I think we're getting to the end of this stupidity, this craziness that's going on in the world right now. And we're starting to see it play out across the country. Some states are opening and some states aren't. You know, some states people got shut down, locked in their houses. In other states, they didn't. Our state didn't have a mandatory lockdown. It was highly suggested. You know, I have asthma, so if I catch that stuff, my chances of survival are probably pretty slim. I have age on my side, I guess. I'm not quite 50 yet. Getting there. I feel like I'm 150, but that's another story. But getting bit by stuff already. But yeah, so wifey's going to be going back to work here pretty soon, which is good. Although, truth be told, this is what a world we live in. It just blows my mind. You can not work and make more money than when you do work. What kind of sense does that make? The society that operates like that isn't going to last very long. But oh boy, there's a whole lot of topics I can sit here and rant about, but I think we've pretty much covered all that I want to talk about today. So stay safe out there. I think you guys are going to be fine. Be honest with you. Guess that's it. See you on the next one.